Hey guys, it's Alyssa here over at Books and Cats, and today I shall be doing my January wrap-up. I read 6 things this month. 2 of them were, one was a picture book and one was a graphic novel, but the rest were books that I own. And also I read 100 pages in another book that I didn't finish. I shall go on to all of that in a minute. To address a thing first is I apologize if I sound horrible. I have had a cold for like a week now. It's not going away. I can't hear anything, so if I'm quiet, loud, it's because my hearing's off. Also, I got crumbs on me. My collar's off. We're off to a good start. In January, I participated in the Biannual Biblothon and I had 2 TBR jar picks. Now, my 2 TBR jar picks were Ready Player One and Anne of Avonlea, and I read neither, but I didn't read the Anne of Avonlea because I'm not sure if I'm going to continue the series. I keep hearing really mixed things. I think I'm just going to pass on the book series, honestly, and just pass them on to somebody else, because I like Anne of Green Gables and I will keep it on my shelves, but I'll probably just watch the miniseries. And Ready Player One I tried, but it wasn't my thing. It wasn't bad. It was not bad. I don't think that it's a bad book. It was actually interesting, but I'm just like, I don't want to put the time into it right now, so I think I'm just gonna pass it on and get it from the library way down the line. I did pick another TBR jar pick that I finished. So there you go. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna get into the wrap up. Stay hydrated when you're sick. I did a whole TBR for the Biannual Biblothon. If you were here. I had a lot of books on there, and I didn't read a single one. Well, I read one, and I hated it. And I actually finished it before the Biannual Biblothon even started. A book that I finished which is the first book I read in January, was Ferris by Marissa Meyer. I hated this book, and I kind of want to make it, like, burn. I, at first, was really into it, and then I connected the dots in my head, because I was like, wow, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know what her story is. And then, like, I connect all the dots in my head, and I'm like, So I kind of predicted, so I flipped through, I looked up the plot and what happened, and I got very angry. And I just kind of like skim read a lot of it, and I just hated a lot of it. And then like I skipped to the end, where like she like became evil, like she was always evil. Like she came from, you kind of understand because she comes from an evil family, but I still don't think that's an excuse to be evil. But you see like the turning point, and it's like, whoa, chick, you need to take a chill pill, you need to be on some medication, like you need to calm down. I can't say I know every single detail of this book because again, I skim read it. I didn't even buy it full price. It's like kind of janky because I got it at a bookstore and it was like a scratch and dent type thing, and I got it cheap. That's the only reason I had this book, because I did not plan to read it. And the only reason I'm going to keep it is because the end pages are my life. I wish every book had these end pages, honestly. And it's also signed, and I love every other book, so I'm just gonna keep it. I gave that 1 star to say the least, but again, I skim read a lot of it, so don't ask me for a full-fledged review because I just could not care less. Next 2 books are in the same series, and these were books I actually forgot. I knew I owned them, but it didn't register in my mind that I haven't read them because they were on a bookshelf out of my room, because I have this bookshelf and another bookshelf that's right in front of me in my room that I look at all the time that remind me of things, but I forget I have a whole other bookshelf in the living room. And then like I read them during the Biannual Biblothon, and I said I was gonna vlog for that, but I was like, I was so indecisive that week. I kept going back and forth, and I was like, this vlog footage is not gonna be good because I keep going back and forth and I just want to read these two books. And the two books is Winnie the Pooh and The House at Pooh Corner by A.A. Milne, however you say that. Two separate editions because I didn't even know how the series worked, honestly, but come to find out I had the first and the second one, which was pretty cool. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. I am a huge Winnie the Pooh person. I have like 2 Winnie the Pooh bookends. I have like a whole box of Winnie the Pooh like merch. I'm a huge Winnie the Pooh person. I love Winnie the Pooh so much. He's my fave, and these were wonderful. Like, I was worried that they would be like different from like the movies and stuff like that, but these were so good. Eeyore is my life. He is a sarcastic piece of crap and I love it, especially in this one. But I love these, to say the least. They were wonderful, and now I can say I read the first 2. I think these are the only 2. I think the rest are like poems or something. I don't know, because I only really ever see people read the first 2. But yeah, they were wonderful, and 5 out of 5 stars, and I recommend them if you like Winnie the Pooh. The next 2 books were actually both books that I got from NetGalley. The first one that I read was Goldie Vance by Hope Larson, Brittany Williams, and Sarah Stern. This is basically the first volume in a new graphic novel series. It's compared to like Nancy Drew. I liked it because it had a lot of diversity. But I'm pretty sure it takes place like in the 60s or something, or the 50s, obviously, from like the outfits. I don't know, I just didn't care. Like, I didn't find it interesting. Like, I've read other comics that are visually, like, it was okay visually, like the style was nice, but it was okay. Like, I feel like I'd read it before, which kind of isn't good. Like, it reminded me of like a more dull Lumberjanes type thing, where there's like a mystery and they're trying to figure it out, but less lovable characters type thing. And I think I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, I think. Next thing that I read was What Is It by Nicole Hoang and Dustin Nguyen, something like that. I don't know. Sorry, butchering names. But basically this is a children's book about a thing, that thing hiding behind the tree, and I can't say much about it because it didn't really make any sense. I've read one other like picture book like as an adult, and like it made sense, but this one I'm just like, what are we trying to do? Like, what where are we trying to get at? The title, what is it? You never find out. And like, it's not even good in a mysterious way. It's just weird. I understand I'm an adult, but like sometimes I've seen other adults read picture books and be like, oh my god, it was like really good. But I'm just like, what was the point? Like, if I was a kid and I had read that, I'd be like, okay, like what happened? So I gave it 2.5 stars, but it's literally because the art is beautiful. That's some of the artwork. Like, it's really pretty and stuff. But again, 2.5 stars, but mostly because of the artwork, because everything else just like, on to the last thing that I read this month. That is the TBR jar pick that I picked, that I finished, and I tried reading this, I think, probably like a month, 2 months ago, and picked it up, put it down, picked it up, put it down. Finally I picked it up and finished it, and that is Exposure by Kathy Reichs and Brendan Reichs. I am screaming at this ending. This plot, oh my god. Like, I see a lot of people who don't like the first book, and like, I can't vouch for it now because it's been many years since I read the first book, but if you can get past that first book, I can guarantee you the plot gets so good. What happened at the end of this, I was just sitting there and I was like, oh my god, what is happening? What is going on? Like, what? The third one was really good, but this blew it out of the park. I love the series. I love the characters. I love how it's not your typical plot of anything. Like, I've literally never read anything like it, and I think it's so well done, and I think it grew as a series, honestly. Remembering how the plot started and where we're at now, I'm like, oh my god, this is insane, this is crazy, oh my god, this is insane. I'm gonna have to review the first one because apparently a lot of people don't like it, but that's not my problem because this book is so good. This book has 4.35 stars on Goodreads, so you know what? You can shove it, okay? So excited to see how this series wraps up. That was all that I finished in the month of January. I had also had another book on my TBR that I was gonna do a review for because I was doing a read along for, and I just lost steam on it, honestly. There's nothing wrong with it, but I want to do a review on this book because it's fascinating to me, but I'm not in the mood to read it. I'm not in the mood, honestly. I just don't want to right now. I will definitely pick up the book later this year and review it and stuff like that, but it's really good, and it's not because I don't like it, but that is My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. I got, I think, about 115 pages in maybe, and again, there's nothing wrong with it, but you definitely have to pay attention to everything. I'm gonna stop talking. This video is freaking long. Oh my god. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep a lookout for my February TBR. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know down below. Let's talk about it. Go ahead and follow me on Goodreads, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.